Want to know why good people get treated badly because they let it happen? I'm serious. There are 5 behaviors that destroy your life slowly, quietly, and most people accept them every single day from family, from friends, from everyone. Big mistake today. I'm showing you what these behaviors are and how to stop them forever. 3 years ago, someone I loved treated me like garbage. They lied to me. They ignored me. They made me feel small. And you know what? I did nothing. I just took it, because I thought that's what good people do. They accept. They forgive. They stay quiet. I was so wrong one day. Something changed. I learned 5 simple rules. 5 behaviors. I decided to never accept again from anyone. Not my family. Not my friends. Not my boss. Nobody. And guess what happened? My whole life got better. People started respecting me. The wrong people left. The right people stayed. Everything changed today. I'm going to show you these 5 behaviors. The ones you should never, ever tolerate. Not even once. I'm going to go from the one people ignore the most to the absolute worst one. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll see your relationships completely different. But here's something important. You need to understand. First, being kind doesn't mean being weak. Being loving doesn't mean accepting everything. You can be a good person and still say no. You can be nice and still have rules. The people who treat you badly, they only do it because you let them. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. And once you learn these 5 rules, once you start protecting yourself, everything gets better. I've tested these rules for years on myself. I've taught them to friends. I've seen families get stronger, relationships get healthier, lives get happier. So listen close, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything when people lie to you. Here's what happens. Someone lies to you. Small. Lie big. Lie doesn't matter. And what do most people do? They pretend they don't notice. They ignore it. They think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I heard wrong. Maybe it's not a big deal. Stop doing that. When someone lies to you, they're saying, you're not important enough for the truth. They're saying you don't matter. And every time you accept a lie, you're agreeing with them. Here's what you do. Instead, the moment you catch a lie, you speak up. Not mean. Not loud. Just calm and clear. That's not true. I know what really happened. That's it. Watch what happens. Real people will apologize. They'll fix it. Bad. People will get angry. Or lie more. And now you know exactly who they are. I used to let people lie to me all the time. About small stuff, about big stuff. Then I started calling it out every single time. You know what happened? The liars disappeared from my life, gone. And suddenly I was surrounded by honest people. This one hurts. Because time is the most valuable thing you have. You can't get it back ever. And when someone wastes your time, they're stealing from you. You know what this looks like. They show up late. They cancel plans last minute. They make you wait. They promise to do something and never do it over and over again, and most people just accept it. Oh, it's okay. No problem. Maybe next time, wrong answer. Here's the truth. When someone respects you, they respect your time. They show up when they say they will. They keep their promises. They don't make you wait like you don't matter. So here's your new rule. One chance, that's it. Someone wastes your time. Once you tell them clearly, my time is important. If you can't respect it, we can't do this anymore. They do it again. You're done. Walk away. I know it sounds hard, but think about this. How many hours have you wasted waiting for people who don't care? How many times have you rearranged your life for someone who wouldn't do the same for you? Stop right now. Your time is precious. Treat it that way. And here's something wild. When you stop accepting this behavior, something magic happens. The people who truly care about you, they start showing up on time. They start keeping promises because they see that you value yourself, and that makes them value you more too. This is the sneaky one because it doesn't look like an attack. It looks like a joke, like advice, like concern. You're too sensitive. You can't take a joke. I'm just being honest. You're overreacting. That's just how you are. You always do this. These words are poison. They make you doubt yourself. They make you think you're the problem. They make you small. But here's what's really happening. That person is putting you down so they can feel big. They're making you feel bad so they can feel good. And the worst part, they make it seem like it's your fault. Never accept this, not from anyone. I had a friend who did this to me for years. Every time I shared something good, they'd find something wrong with it. Every time I was happy, they'd point out why I shouldn't be. I thought they were just being real with me, but they weren't. They were tearing me down one day. I said, "Stop. Don't talk to me like that anymore." You know what they said? "You're too sensitive." And that's when I knew this person had to go. Here's your rule. If someone makes you feel bad about being yourself, they don't belong in your life. It's that simple. Watch this pattern. You help them. You listen to them. You support them. You're there for them always. But when you need help, they're busy. When you need support, they disappear. When you're going through something hard, silence. This is called a one-way relationship, and it will drain every bit of energy from your body until you have nothing left. Here's what most people think. Maybe they're just going through something. Maybe next time will be different. Maybe I'm asking for too much. No. And no, real relationships are give and take. Both people care. Both people show up. Both people try. So here's the test. Stop giving for a while. Stop calling first. Stop helping. Stop being the one who tries. Then watch what happens if they reach out and ask what's wrong. They care if they disappear completely. They never did. I know this sounds cold, but I promise you, it will save you years of pain. I spent so long being there for people who would never be there for me, and it hurt bad. Now I only invest my time and energy in people who invest back, and my life is so much lighter. But wait until you hear the last behavior. This one is the most dangerous. The one that destroys more lives than all the others combined. You need to hear this. This is the big one. The one that matters most. Listen close. A boundary is a rule you set to protect yourself. Don't yell at me. Don't show up without calling. Don't talk about my personal life to others. Simple rules that keep you safe. And here's what happens. You tell someone your boundary. Clear, direct, no confusion. And they cross it anyway. Maybe they say, "Sorry." Maybe they make excuses. "I forgot. I didn't mean to. It's not a big deal." But then they do it again. This is the most dangerous behavior of all, because it's not just about breaking a rule. It's about showing you that they don't respect you at all. Here's what you need to understand. A boundary without a consequence is just a wish. If you say, "Don't do this," but you don't do anything when they do it, your boundary means nothing. So here's your rule. One warning. That's all they get. You set a boundary. They cross it. You say, "I told you not to do this. If you do it again, I'm done." They do it again. You walk away. No discussion. No second chances. No exceptions. I know this sounds extreme, but think about it. If someone can't respect the most basic rules you set to feel safe, what does that tell you about them? I had someone in my life who kept crossing my boundaries over and over. I kept forgiving them, kept giving chances, until one day I realized something. They weren't making mistakes. They were choosing to disrespect me that day. I walked away, and I never looked back. Best decision I ever made. Here's the truth. Nobody wants to say out loud. The people who love you will respect your rules. The people who don't love you will fight your rules. And here's the part that changed my life. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting yourself. You don't need permission to set boundaries. You don't need to justify walking away from people who hurt you. Your peace matters more than their feelings. Read that again. These 5 rules saved my life. Literally, I used to accept all of this every single day, and I was miserable, anxious, tired, small. Then I learned to say no, to walk away, to protect myself, and everything changed. I'm happier, stronger. surrounded by people who actually care, all